at Poverty Point, which was an ancient earthen mound. And
we'll find out about it.
We'll find out. That looks more like a rest stop. The official designation of Poverty Point is one of a U.S. national monument. Poverty Point is a curiosity and a mystery of a landmark in that it is located pretty much in the middle of nowhere. The first evidence of people arriving at that location is somewhere at about 1800 BC, before Christ. Why exactly people were at Poverty Point, no one knows, but there are many artifacts that have been left behind that tell a lot about the people that built this location. Engraved objects. The timeline on this was 3,000 years old, is how long ago they lived here. Even though it is not known exactly what the site was used for, there is evidence of what life was like. It is estimated that over 10,000 arrowheads have been found on the site. Along with weapons, this suggests that the group living at Poverty Point were more hunter-gatherers than farmers. And beads for some kind of necklace and or headdress. The little bits of stone and ore found at the site have been shown to have traveled great distances. Some of the stone tools that have matched rock samples as far as Ohio and Tennessee, and the boats they used match the same structures found in the Appalachian foothills of northern Alabama and Georgia. We're looking the Bayou Macon overlook. It's pretty muddy water right now. The site starts at the Bayou Macon, which is an offshoot of the mighty Mississippi River. From the river, there are 6 circular-shaped ridges, and at the end of the ridges are 3 mounds. About 8 centuries after the Egyptian laborers dragged huge stones across the desert to build the Great Pyramids, and before the Great Pre-Hispanic Pyramids of Mexico, over 1 million baskets of dirt and clay were gathered together to build Mound A. Mound A is the biggest archaeological Native American archaeological architecture here in North America ever found. Like I said, it took about 1 million baskets of dirt, all done by hand, to get this mound done. To me, it looks like it could have been a temple. Wasn't preserved too well. There was not many rocks in this area, so unlike down in Mexico and Central America, they didn't have the opportunity to cover it in stone. Thus, it wasn't preserved as much, but it's 3,000 years old. So that would probably place it about the time period of the Olmecs. To me, it looks like religious in nature. It's one of 3 mounds. Over there is the visitor center, which is their plaza. It would look down onto the plaza, and those ridges, if you can see them, they're kind of dense in the grass, is where the people would live. The site at one point could have housed thousands of people, but there are no signs as to where they went or why they abandoned the location. Many modern-day tribes have claimed this site as their ancestors' homeland, but DNA evidence does not match any of the local tribes in the area. That would be my point. I'm standing here on the top of Mound A, which is 165 feet above sea level and 72 feet higher than where I started. The mound, you can see behind me, is about 710 feet long and 660 feet wide. It's just a mound here, so you can see where I climbed up. This would have been the top platform here, and then you can see there was a middle platform, and then down there again to the ridges, and there's where the rental car. I'm gonna have to get down here because it's raining, and I think I'm the tallest point right now in this whole Louisiana Valley. So I do not want to get lightning hit. But it's just a beautiful left is Mound B. Not as impressive as Mound A, but still, considering like we're 3,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago. I mean, this civilization lasted for 400 years. It's amazing we see anything at all after so long. Going through one of the first ridges here. Which ridge line was that? Going through the ridges. This is where you can see the small, how it indents up like that. Is along here is where the people lived. How they lived, we think, because of all the food, and there's evidence that people were living along these ridges. But how their houses looked or anything like that, nobody really knows. Well, that was Poverty Point. Hope you enjoyed the small little tour. It is a pretty amazing sight. We're now leaving Poverty Point, going towards the town of Epes. Poverty Point was very interesting. It's amazing to see 400 years of civilization that's just gone. It was over 2,000 years ago that it was abandoned, and well, we don't know if it was abandoned, taken over. We don't really know anything about the civilization, but it's definitely worth the visit. It's kind of a drive out here, and Poverty Point, Louisiana. Hey, we're at La Fonda, Louisiana. Denise, do you think they'll have some coconut
syrup for the banana pancake? I'm gonna guess no, but you can never be sure.
Order me some chilaquiles.
Oh, yummy.
That would be good if they did. I doubt it, but we'll see what they got. This is going to be an adventure. Mexican food in Louisiana. We're here inside of La Fonda.
Oh, awesome.
Nice decorations. Like on the menu here, it says tortas, the Mexican po' boy. Has quesadillas, traditional molcajete, carnitas, carne asada, beefsteak. That's pretty good. Mostly like grill, and it does say Mexican grill, so kind of grilled plates. But they have enchiladas, chimichangas, crawfish enchiladas. That would be interesting. They have enchiladas suizas though here. Credit to them for. Denise got the California bowl here with avocado. Mine hasn't arrived. AJ got the torta, which is kind of make your own, and came on a half a loaf of bread. I'm like, where's the other loaf, half a loaf? It's pretty low. That was a big loaf of bread.
I'm involuntary. I'm sharing my meal with a stranger.
Okay.
Technically.
Yeah. And I got the crawfish enchiladas, so we'll see how they are. Got out of La Fonda. The food was pretty good. I can't really see where I'm going because my glasses steamed up on me, but I was able to find the car, so that's good enough. I'm coming up to Mound A, which is the biggest of the mounds here. It took 1 million baskets of dirt, they figured, to do this. I'm gonna try to get up to the top of it here as fast as I can. It's raining a little bit here, so I don't want to take up too much time here, but I'm gonna try to do whatever I can.